for that fade the whole time, but you was running from fades with Tasiki.
I'm sorry. The hypocrisy, is that the
There was
word?
a lot of it.
Is
Yeah,
that the word?
I wrote
Hypocrisy.
it down.
Why I
I
say it
wrote it
like
down for Scotty because Scotty said something at the end, which coming from her, I'm like the hypocrisy of it. What she said was true, but it's like you literally are describing yourself. But we'll get to it. All right, y'all see what we're here for. Episode 11. Thumbs up the video. Drop your comments. Subscribe if you have not already. But we are tackling episode 11. What was your overall thoughts of the episode?
it wasn't fun to watch. Like I feel like earlier in the season I used to look forward to the next episode or whatever, but like now, like with these past two episodes, I'm kind of just very much so disappointed in the way everything is being handled. And granted, I don't think neither parties are innocent, but I feel like there's also right and wrongs on both sides where some things should have been handled differently, and I feel like something should have been spoke up about. So I just kind of been feeling like,
Agree.
like this next episode, I'm not excited to watch it.
I agree because because this episode because we was very pissed off last week, and I still agree. I agree with what you said. The way they handled it, I will never agree with that. I still stand on them doing what they did with her. I still feel like that was foul. But she even told on herself a couple times in this episode today, Smiley. So she is lying about some things, and she told on herself at the end.
Oh
But I
yeah,
still
yeah.
with the text, yeah,
I mean,
and
I knew she was lying when she said that.
yeah, but she do be lying. So it's just like with the whole miscarriage stuff. I don't know what to believe in terms of if it's real or not. But I still feel like that's not a reason for y'all to do what y'all did with her. Find another reason to want to fight her, I guess. Another reason to want to fight her, but
But it's the way
they
they
had some
fought
points.
her. It's the way they fought her and the way everybody was cheering. Like you even saw like when they got the chain back, Scotty in the back clapping,
And
happy, smiling,
Natalie
and then Natalie
with the
recording
camera.
like this is
Yeah.
motherfucking World Star. Bitch, this is not fucking World Star. This is the Baddies house. Y'all are in somebody's basement. Tussling
Yeah.
down for no fucking reason over a chain. Over a
And Natalie, you
chain.
37 years old. You 37 years old doing this shit.
You
Being
fighting
happy
over a
about girls
fake chain
fighting.
is bad. You admitted
Let's
that the chain was fake.
let's get on it. Since we already talking about it. Mariah Lynn is Smiley. We get back from the cliffhanger last week, and I didn't notice it last week, but I just noticed it today. Smiley's nose was bleeding. I don't know if that's from the fight or could have possibly been something that might have triggered her from what's going on with her, what possibly could be going on with her. But Smiley was talking about how she had a whole miscarriage. Sapphire and Suki are trying to get Mariah to still get that chain. After Mariah's in the kitchen swinging them little softball punches, she still didn't get her chain. So they still trying to make her get that chain. So Sapphire goes and gets Smiley, who was walking away, pissed off, screaming that she just got a miscarriage, just had a miscarriage, and yada yada yada. Ends up putting her in a headlock, basically telling her to get the chain, get the chain, get the chain. So Mariah Lynn is trying to, and Sapphire throws her down to the ground. And Mariah Lynn's kicking and shit, and it's like, why are you kicking? Like she's telling you to get the chain. Granted, I feel like Sapphire's objective was to help her get the chain. Just the way she did it, and in the way that Mariah Lynn is now not even really trying to do what the whole purpose of her having her in that headlock was for. She's sitting there kicking her. So yes, it looks like you're jumping her at this point. That's why I felt that way last
I
week.
mean, they did jump her. Let's be
Yeah,
clear. They jumped her. And I felt like it was a lot of bandwagon bitches in that room because if you even notice, like when she's walking back talking to people, you could see ET like bucking up her chest to her, like bumping her as she walking by, and Rolly like still talking shit to her. So you got multiple bitches coming at you. I wouldn't really want to fight either because it's like, damn, it's so many bitches coming at me at once. What the fuck am I going to do? But also, Smiley is not innocent. She do be running her shit on social media, and she do be talking shit. And you was bragging about taking that girl chain, and you beat up her sister. You beat up her and her sister in that chain, and you melted it down to make your baby a ring. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what you said, baby. And then you text Suki phone and was like, "Bitch, I beat your friend up. So what's up?" Basically, that's the kind of timing I thought she was on. But now everybody jumping on her all at once. I still feel like there was a way that they could have went about it with addressing it rather than all jumping on her all jumping on her at once. I didn't see why Et and Rolly got into it at all because I don't think she ever addressed them. I felt like Suki had a place in it, Mariah had a place in it, but mainly it was Mariah's chain to get back. I'm not about to
Yeah,
go out of my way to get somebody else chain if they've been here for how many episodes?
yeah.
We don't know what 12, and in Baddies time that's like a week or two or whatever. And you've been in this girl face multiple times, and she talking about, well, I didn't see the chain. Girl, no matter if you seen the chain, you should have been pressing her every time you saw her. You should have been like, bitch, I'm whooping your ass every time I see you until I get my chain. You shouldn't have to wait until Safari and Suki come in there to get your motherfucking chain. Like, you're a weird and weak ass bitch, and no matter if she's bigger than you or not, everybody talking about, oh, she's bullying on Mariah because she's bigger than her. Why didn't y'all address Rolly then? Why didn't y'all address Rolly then?
Why
Nobody
are you
said shit.
hitting every
Nobody said shit to Rolly when it came to T. Rolly big old fat ass was over there hovering over T. Like, she literally swallowed her up in that motherfucking fight, but nobody want to say nothing to Rolly. Like, didn't nobody sit there and speak up for T when T got into 3 fights back to back? Granted, I guess that's not your friend or whatever, but y'all speaking on Mariah talking about, oh, y'all, she bullying, she bullying, she bullying. But where's the same energy for T? Like, y'all didn't speak up for her then. So, like, y'all talking about y'all ain't for the bullying and shit, bitch. Y'all just want a storyline. Just say that. Just say, I came here for a storyline and you my storyline because you addressed me.
You literally hit on, like, I'm sitting here looking at my notes, and as you're going off these lists, I'm literally
I'm
going down
sorry,
the
I
list.
went on a rant.
You hitting every point, but I'm gonna say my piece on that too. But
They pissed me
yeah,
off. Like,
Scarface started talking about how, and I made a point to note this because I saw on one of the T pages that she was sitting there saying it was cutting her scenes, talking about how she told Rolly not to jump or not to throw that drink on Smiley, and then not to like proceed to fight her. But you sitting in your confessionals talking about something. This is like the project. I love it. Like, Smiley, you keep putting yourself in these fucked up positions. So you're literally contradicting what you were trying to get off your chest with these fans to get them off of you, saying that you're trying to be like a peacemaker. But you on these cameras sitting here acting like, oh yes, this is fun. Like, I love this. Like, you should be putting yourself in these situations. Granted, she shouldn't be, but you saying completely different things than what you're trying to spew on this internet because you know them scenes was not cut. Like, you trying to make it seem like, oh, well, I'm trying to have her best interest at heart. Well, you a fucking liar because it's clear right here that you're not. But then I'm gonna back off of what you said as well. Natalie with the recording and stuff, like, she's sitting back there just so excited to record it. I'm like, Natalie, you a loser. Like, you literally sitting here trying to play peacemaker as well, but you sitting here egging it on. And then what you said too, Mariah was saying that the whole issue with Smiley wasn't really about the chain; it was about her sister, and she's clout chasing it. Mariah told me something. I'm always step for my sister. This is the big Mariah, not the little one. Like, bitch, you a little ass girl, and you a weak ass girl because you can't fight, and then you had to have them put a battery in your back for you to go get the chain. And like Sapphire said, when Sapphire sat her, when she was sitting down, and Sapphire was like, "Bitch, you should have never been to this point where you still trying to get your chain. You need to stand on business. If you really wanted your chain, you should have had that chain the first day. You waited 10 days to get your chain, and not only did you do it, you didn't do it on your own accord. We had to put the battery in your back for you to go get it. And we had to do it ourselves because at this point, we're now jumping into your fight. We're now jumping this girl for you to get a chain that you could have did yourself. So, Mariah, you a punk. And you a loser, so shut up.
I agree. I agree. Because you said you were stepping for your sister. You should have been stepping on your sister since day one. Stepping for her. Not stepping on her.
Literally.
Stepping for her.
You know what you said. But Camila ends up going and checking on Smiley, and she's crying at this point, saying she's soaking in blood. She's not feeling good. Camila said the truth though. Camila said, like, you took her chain. Essentially you started it first. You've been online talking to shit. Like, you can't be doing this stuff like this gangster shit and then like crying and not bucking up to it and not standing up on what you did and like handling your shit. Like, at this point, Camila made a valid point because, like, if you don't want to fight, don't get on social media talking like that. Granted, like I say, if you don't want to fight and a person does not want to fight, I feel like you should not fight them. But Camila had a valid point in saying, like, you can't be online barking like that, and then when it's time to be in their face, you don't want to fight
But some
because
people don't
sometimes they're
have
gonna
that
want to fight.
sympathy. Some people don't have that sympathy. Some people don't have that right of
Right.
mind. They're gonna fight you whether you want to fight or not. And
Hmm.
if you knew that you didn't want to fight, I feel like she shouldn't have really came to the house and put herself in that predicament. She should have
And
stayed home.
we gonna get on because Natalie, she pissed me off, but she had a point, and we'll get to it. What you just said, I'm gonna elaborate on that too. But they all end up leaving and getting ready to go to the club. They do the close ups again. Natalie with them craters, Rolly with the lumpy skin. Like I'm like Zeus, y'all gotta stop doing this because y'all just making them look extra extra crazy. But Rolly was the only one that didn't change, which I was like, she really think that she looked good in these tight ass. I don't even want to call them shorts
These
because
are thongs. Those are thong shorts. Those are thong shorts. Ain't
she
nothing
looked
shorts about them. They
crazy,
are a thong.
literally. But Natalie got her punk bitches on that their express bus. Sapphire and Suki are on their own bus. So it's three different buses. Like we got three different sprinters with three different crews. Suki saying that she can't watch nobody get bullied. Smiley is taking Mariah's chain and she's 100 pounds. I can see where Suki's coming from. Or at least I can see where she was. I can see where her thought process was because she's essentially looking like, okay, this is a big girl, this is a little girl. But it's not even a bully situation. I don't feel like the Mariah Lynn Smiley situation is a bully situation. It's just one girl has something and she's trying to make it a game essentially, and then the other girl who's barking like she's really this tough ass bitch and speaking on some high power shit, but she's 100 pounds, but you can't get it yourself. Like that's not a situation of bullying. Bullying is like you're literally fighting somebody or attacking somebody consistently who doesn't want it, can't defend themselves. That's bullying. Or fighting somebody who don't want to fight, or just targeting somebody. Mariah Lynn barks. She talks about how hard she is. You're not getting bullied, and this is not a bullying situation. But I can see where Suki was coming from, but that's why you ask questions. You don't jump on shit. And when I say ask questions, don't just ask one side's end of the story because you're only getting half the story. You don't know for a fact if that's true or not. You got anything else you wanted to add today?
I couldn't see Suki's side. I'm sorry. That as far
Yeah, I
as
don't see it,
as
but
far as I couldn't see her. I couldn't see the side about Smiley being the bully to Mariah. I guess I really couldn't see
yeah,
that. The only point that I could see Suki having is you texting my phone and being on some weird shit. That's the only point I could see her having is
yeah,
why are you texting my phone telling me that you just beat up Mariah? Do you want me to come do something about it? Because I
I
can.
agree with
I
that
will. That's the
for
only
real.
thing I could see being whatever. But her and Mariah fighting, Smiley fought her sister. Mariah had an issue with it. Mariah wanted her around or whatever. So they got into their little fighting argument. She got her chain snatched in the process of them fighting or whatever. So now you beefing.
Yep,
So whatever. And I don't know. You wanted to fight, so fight, bitch.
literally, I agree. But they ended up going to the club. Suki's crew got there first, then Natalie's crew got there, and then Camila's crew got there. They were there. This is the last night in Philly. As soon as they get there, they ended up kicking them out because the club is closed. They sitting there acting like they get kicked out of the club for some unknown reason, and I'm like, it's clear y'all getting kicked out because the club is closing, and y'all know the club's closed at 2 o'clock anyways. But Natalie's on the mic talking about
Not my
extending an hour, and
club.
they like, no.
Baby, we be partying until 3 a.m.
Well, most clubs down here in Charlotte be closing too.
Not the clubs here, baby. We got the after party club. It don't be closing until like 3:30
Unless you're
a.m.
trying to go
And
to
then
the
I go
strip
get
club,
tacos after. No, we pregame at the strip club.
y'all pregame
That's
at the strip club, and then y'all
yes,
supposed to be up
because no, because the strip club, like when you go pregame at the strip club, they got the liquor is gonna be
the
strong, like the drinks
wings.
are gonna be strong, and the food is gonna be hot. And I'm gonna throw some money for my girls. I'm gonna throw some money for my girls,
Yeah,
but the food be fresh and hot, and the drinks be strong. And I'm gonna throw some money for my girls while I'm
I
there.
had breakfast in the strip club one time. They came out serving breakfast, not wings, breakfast, like a whole buffet.
They got the best wings at the strip clubs.
Strip clubs got, yeah, they do. That's
It be
that's a
hot,
fact.
fresh. I be like,
Crispy, flavorful. But so they ended up leaving to get on their sprinters to go to New York. So the crews are in their little cruise, and they asking Biggie how she feel about being a replacement. And she low key did not like that. Camila was like, "There's nothing wrong with being a replacement," aka because Camila no, because she was a replacement on
it
her
was a
original season of
replacement.
Bad
Like
Girls.
I feel like she's like the replacement of all replacements. Like
She's the yeah,
she's one
the
of the best
blueprint.
replacements. And I say,
She's the blueprint.
I'll say Jamie and Jazz were good replacements too.
But Camila was the OG replacement
Yeah,
that has really
Camilla
made
was
a
like the OG
mark.
replacement. I'm saying like after her, there wasn't really no good replacements, but you
But
know,
yeah, and then you're right, Jamie and
Jamie.
Hanan and Susu.
Oh
That
yeah,
season
I
was
mean
good. That was a
that
good
season was.
season.
A lot of people downplay that season. I'm saying that season was good. I don't know.
But them
I was
four made the
entertained.
season. Them four made
It
that
was
season.
funny. Like Amy and Jazz was funny on their own.
That's
Like
why I
they didn't
want
even
them
really
on
have
here.
to fight. They didn't really have to fight. They confessionals in the shit.
But
Like
that's the
literally,
thing
I
too.
quote them all the time. I'd be like, "Yo, nut ass style part." Every time I
I
get to
know.
arguments, I'm like, "Yo, nut ass style part, bitch." I mean, oh yeah, I quote them
That
all the
shut
time.
up. Yeah, shut up, bitch. At the reunion, Jamie, which one was it? Well, they
Hell
both are
style
equally
part, bitch.
funny. They both are equal. They both got so
They
many
both are funny.
one-liners.
I would like
They
to come
both
back
was,
to a clean house. So clean it.
and the little boy comment talking about talking about ask a man or something, talking about something about her stinking. They both was fun. That's why I'm like, why does Natalie not? Because they are highly requested to be on this show, and I don't know why they
Yeah.
don't have them on here. Because they are literally what a baddie would be. They party, they have fun, they don't take shit seriously. They're not gonna start no fight. They can't necessarily fight. But they ain't scared to fight. That's the thing. Every time they got into a fight, they was ready for whatever.
Yeah,
So,
they could, but my girls was getting beat up. Sometimes they won, but
but they
sometimes they
was
be getting
laughing.
but they
They
was
was
laughing.
laughing the whole time, and you can't. That's why you can't hate them. You cannot hate somebody that don't take nothing serious. Like they
They
was not.
needed to be on
They
this
tried to
season.
break them down, but they could never do it because they did not care. They was there to have fun. But Natalie's crew, they end up meeting up with Suki and Sapphire to get on the private jet. They over there, which
Oh,
essentially is them clout chasing off of Suki. If you want to ask me, like you want to talk about somebody being a clout chaser, like Suki is the
them
biggest name
private
on this
jets.
show, huh?
Them, them and these peanut butter and jellies is getting on my motherfucking nerves. They
I
always talking about motherfucking PJ. Girl, fuck
yeah.
you and your peanut butter jelly, bitch. Y'all always talk about we going on the PJ. We going on the PJ. Bitch, I want a grilled cheese. Fuck you, hoe. Fuck you in your
But
PJ.
Natalie further deepens the separation, talking about the lit bitches is on the jet and whatever. Suki has never been on a private jet. That was shocking to me. I thought for sure she would have at least been on one before. Scarface, of course, has never been on a private jet because this is the first time she's getting out of where she's from. But they back on the Sprinter. They're asking Smiley how she's feeling about being with the girls and whatever, and she's saying she's like in a somber mood. She's not really in the vibe, and they telling her like, don't let them suck your personality out. She was like, I just got jumped, yada yada yada. They're trying to big her up, trying to get her like pep herself up. Anna said what I just said earlier, like the Smiley that we've been seeing the last couple episodes is not the Smiley that was in the auditions. And I'm like, yeah, we can chop that up to her possibly having a miscarriage or MC, as everybody's been saying, because YouTube don't like that word. But either that or like they said, like you still can't be talking shit and acting as crazy as you are, and then trying to now say I don't feel good. Like I understand that perspective when it comes to Smiley, but
But I felt like she was probably shutting down because she felt very vulnerable in that moment. Like, dang, the
yeah,
girls who I've been with in this house, y'all didn't have my back. Granted, y'all were
that's
trying to
true
put
too.
me on some game and stuff, but while putting me on game and stuff, y'all at least should have said all three of them shouldn't have been attacking me. Like, y'all could have took up for me in some type of way. You could have
That's
checked
true.
me, but also took up for me. Just like Sapphire took up for Mariah, but she also checked Mariah. Like, y'all could have been doing that
Yeah,
for me. Y'all could have been like, hey, get y'all rounds, get y'all one on ones or whatever. But y'all ain't all about to be jumping her. Like, speak up, say something.
true.
Like, dang, y'all see she's feeling down.
That's
Like,
true.
none of them really spoke up for her. They spoke at her. To me,
I agree.
and I feel like that could be a little bit disheartening when you've been living in this house with people. They literally like a couple like first episodes. She literally cooked for them, and they all talked about their kids together. Well, the people who had kids, and like they seemed like they were
Yeah,
bonded. It seemed like a pretty cool thing. I think only her and Anna really have like an underlying issue
yeah.
out of like the whole group. Those two, Anna have an issue with Smiley and Biggie. I don't know what her issue is. But that's my sister. But other than that, I feel like Smiley was good with like everybody else in there. So I feel like it should have been more. Somebody should at least have her back in the sense of
Yeah,
we all don't need to tag team her.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
And
But
so like after being around her, you don't want to. I really don't want to be around you bitches.
I would say that, but I got more to add to that later on because that's where she started to irritate me. Smiley, that's where she started to really get on my nerves, but I'm gonna get to it. But they ended up doing like playing games and stuff because Anna brought some games. This is why I like this crew better because they were just having fun doing imitations of everybody. Tasiki was doing Biggie and she did a good version of
She
Biggie.
did a good fucking job. She
Did
had
a
me on the
good
floor.
version. She did a good
that,
version.
that was funny too.
Sky was doing Natalie and that T.
You
That
remember
was, that was a good one. I
Natalie
know
love that
Natalie.
song.
She do. She ain't never gonna let that one down. But the next scene, we get Natalie and their crew ended up getting into New York. They get on their bus, and here goes Scotty talking about something. Do you think they're talking shit about us? Do you think that they're mad because the crew is always flying? Meanwhile, they over there don't give a fuck. They don't care about y'all. Y'all the only ones that be caring about them. Like y'all, the stuff that y'all be saying that y'all think they're doing is what y'all do. Like y'all are the miserable ones. Y'all are the ones that are starting all of the drama. They the ones that's trying to have fun.
Like
But
nobody thinking about y'all.
at all. Like they cool with riding the bus. Like, and that's how you know certain girls like them have had stuff like this, have been on stuff like this. Because going on a private jet for a TV show, ooh, whoopie woo, who cares? Like, it's nothing special, and it's not like y'all getting on the private jet and actually earned it yourself. Natalie might have. Natalie probably got the money to get the jet, but she don't have money like that to be flying private every single time she goes somewhere. So it's like y'all only mooching off of Zeus's because Zeus is the ones that's purchasing this stuff. So chill out. But the crew that we like ends up pulling up to their house. They love the house. They got
Do
good
we
vibes.
like
They're taking
it?
shots. I didn't know. From the outside, it looked like a pretty interesting looking house. Like the setup of the house, the way it looks, is different. I ain't never seen a house that looked like that. But the back, the pool, it just looked dirty to me. I
They
wouldn't want
keep
to be
doing
there,
it
but it's
wrong, and I feel like they doing it on purpose.
on purpose. You
I,
know
I
they
feel
are.
like I feel like they wanted them to have like an issue more than the issue that they have. Like they might.
And the,
I feel like the crew that we like, main. I'm side eyeing them, but the crew that I mainly like, they probably like side eyeing Natalie and them. Like, okay, bitches, y'all trying to be funny, putting
Camila
us.
was.
But I felt like they were trying to kind of manipulate the situation and make them fight about it and being like, "What's wrong
Yeah,
with you,
and
bitch?"
they not giving them nothing. They
Yeah,
not giving them nothing. They thought they
I
was
just
gonna
feel
have an
like
issue
Natalie
with it.
talk about them like they peasants or something, and it's very weird.
That irritated me. We're gonna get then that's pretty much where we at now. Natalie, her crew gets to their house and she's sitting there talking about something. This is a crew for real baddies. Like Natalie be throwing slick shade in them confessionals, and I hope somebody's catching it, and I hope somebody calls her out about it at the reunion. But she's in there asking them if some of the girls should come over. A lot of them are saying Sky and Camila. I found it interesting how nobody said Tasiki. Are y'all scared of her? Is that why y'all don't want her there? But they were saying Sky, Camila. I heard of Anna one time with Sapphire. Somebody said Biggie too, which I thought was interesting. But Natalie's
Oh,
talking about
but did you not
incorporating.
hear Rolly? Did you not hear Rolly say? Rolly
No,
said
what's she
no.
say?
We only said Camilla and Sky when they said that. When they say Anna and Biggie, Rolly big ass go say we only said Camilla and Sky. Like
Rolly,
she didn't want Anna and Biggie
she's
or
such a hater.
name.
She's such a hater. Like somebody said online, I feel like somebody one of the reviews. I forget who I was watching, but they said they feel like Rolly don't like Biggie because she wants to be the only big girl on the show, and Biggie puts herself together better. She's got better skin. She knows how to dress for her size. She's more likable. And I feel like what they said, they feel like she's kind of envious of Biggie. And I'm starting to see that. I feel like that's what her real issue is with Biggie. That's my opinion.
Hmm.
I do think that.
I can see that, I guess. Although I don't like the way neither one of them dress, but I can see it. I like Biggie's red hair though in the confessionals. I do like that. I don't like neither way.
She dresses better. She dresses better for her size than Rolly do. Like
Okay.
Biggie, she do. You think she don't dress better than Rolly? I ain't
I
saying she
think neither
dresses
one of them
amazing,
don't
but she
dress
dresses.
better than none of them. They don't. Neither one of them dress better.
Biggie put on.
I feel like the best dressed person on Baddies is
We're
probably
not talking
Jayla.
about that. I ain't talking about that. I'm saying between them two, who
I
puts
know, but I
themselves
can't
better for their
fathom.
size?
I can't
Huh?
fathom. They both can't dress.
I ain't saying that they both can dress. I'm just saying this one puts herself together better. Rolly be walking around with clothes half off, or that
And
she knows
what?
she don't have no body to
And
be wearing the
friend,
clothes that she's
I hear what you're saying. What I'm saying.
wearing. I know what you're saying.
Neither one of them can do it. But I do like Biggie's red hair. It looks very cute on her.
Biggie know how to put her hair on too, and her skin. She knows
I
how to
ain't
put
say
her
all
makeup
that
on too.
now. I ain't say
She
all that.
do.
I said, don't be trying
I
to
said.
don't be trying to
I
piggyback on
said.
what I said and change it. I said I like the red hair Biggie had on the confessional, and that's it.
I said Biggie puts her hair on better than Rolly. She know how to install it
Okay,
better.
you added.
That's what I said. You
I'm
said what you
glad you
said,
said
but
it.
I said
Don't
it.
piggyback off me no more. You make it a
Y'all drop in
separate
the
statement.
comments.
Make it a separate statement. Make it a separate. You
Commenters.
gotta let it breathe. Let it breathe a little bit. Let it breathe.
Drop in the comments on who y'all think dress better and who puts themselves together better
No, why are
out
we
of them two.
comparing? They don't
I don't
compare.
know because we talking about it and I want to hear what they
Okay,
say.
whatever.
But we move on from there. Tasiki was saying that nope, I skipped it. Hold on. We got to them talking about a house meeting. Of course, again. So they start talking about how Smiley has what they want to address, which is Smiley talking about how they jumped her online. And Suki's saying that they didn't jump her online. They just tried to get the chain, and Mariah just popped her in the head, which, like we already pretty much disclosed, that's essentially jumping because you done held her back while one girl's getting her licks off. Natalie then goes to get them bitches to go outside to the back so she can go get the other girls to come outside as well. So they pull up, and this is where Smiley started to irritate me. She get in them confessionals talking about something. I love the house. I want to be here with you, Natalie. I'm like, are you not seeing that Natalie is the biggest catalyst to all this shit that's coming your way? But she wants to still be up under Natalie. I'm like, come on. And this builds to another situation that really made me like, Smiley, come on, dude. Like, why are you trying so hard to want to be friends with these bitches? But what you said earlier, Camila was side eyeing because she's like, this house is nicer. And I'm starting to see that Natalie is consistently putting these girls in the nicer houses and giving us kind of like the leftovers. So they all ended up going back there to the back. And Tasiki immediately notices that the rest of them girls back there got their hair tied up. They essentially in a energy in a position where they looking like they want to fight. So she out there trying to check the temperature, like what's going on, what we doing. So Smiley ends up walking up to Rolly, and Rolly ends up saying that she lied on her about saying that they jumped her on the internet, saying that that Smiley said that her and Scarface jumped her. And I said, why are you? I don't even believe that that was true. I believe, and the thing is too, if you know you didn't do it, then why are you sitting here getting upset? Because you wasn't involved. Well, you involved yourself by throwing that drink. But the jumping situation is clearly not directed at you or Scarface. So why are y'all trying to make yourselves a part of this to make an issue? And that's the thing with Rolly. I can't stand her. She irritates my soul.
In the screenshot that they shared, I didn't even see no names. I just saw that she said she got
Exactly.
in the screenshot that they shared. So I was just like, where did Rolly and Scarface come in at? But
They
anyways,
didn't. But Natalie then starts talking about how they were talking about how they want some of them to go over there, but they have to talk about the shit that they be doing on the internet and whatever. And Natalie saying that her house be trying to take 3 steps forward, but the house that we like take 10 steps back. And I'm like, Natalie, stop lying. Like it's
I
like
was lying.
Natalie,
Even Sky was like, it goes both ways, but Sky really should have said, "Nah, it's y'all."
it's y'all. Y'all start every issue that has happened on this show. Like every single one of y'all have started every issue. Not these girls over here. It's like Natalie is literally pointing her finger at them, saying that everything that the fingers that are pointing back this way are doing to them. But like you just said, Sky was saying that her ladies, they on the same page trying to keep shit moving and having fun. But Sapphire then addresses the internet thing, saying that and she ended up addressing it and couldn't even state what she was addressing at first. I'm like, how you gonna address it and then not even know what you were addressing? Because you heard how she was like, "What did it say? I don't know. I didn't see it. What did it say?" So they ended up telling her, and she says there was one person. Smiley had said apparently that one person had threw her to the ground, headlocked her, and took her chain. And Sapphire was like, "Yeah, that was me." So essentially, she's saying that she wasn't the one that was jumped, or that she didn't get jumped, but she was the one that was doing what she was doing. So Scarface and Rolly start piping in again for what I don't know. But Sapphire said that Smiley came at Suki with aggression, and Suki ended up correcting her, saying that she ain't come at me aggressively, but I was still addressing my situation with her, and then she started bringing up the texting situation. So then from this point, Smiley ends up saying that she did it because she wanted Mariah to get the message. And I'm like, okay, so you just admitted that you did the text. Because last episode you said that your friends did it. So I'm like, okay, so you was lying and you just proved that you was lying because you literally just you told on yourself essentially. So I'm like, okay, that's where Suki would have the issue with you. So then Suki didn't ask her what does she mean by the text. Well, I just said that. Suki said that she ain't got no respect for Smiley because she had picked on the smallest one in the house. And like what you said earlier, direct that energy to Rolly because she always picking on people that are half her size. You got such an issue with Smiley about it. You need to have the same issue with Rolly about hers. You got anything else you want to add to that before we keep going?
Oh no, like she was like basically they were saying, "Oh, she want to fight you." Sapphire was like, "I want to fight you, Smiley, or whatever." And Smiley was like, "She didn't want to fight," but they were like, "If it was Mariah wanted to fight you, you would have fought." And I'm like, literally, just
Mm-hmm.
last episode or earlier in this episode, Smiley was saying, "I don't want to fight." She didn't even want to fight Mariah. She kept saying she didn't want to fight Mariah. She didn't want to fight, period. But Mariah snuck her and ran up on her, so of course she's going to defend herself. But even then, she was like, "I don't want to fight." So like I feel like they're not listening to the situation. Obviously, she didn't want to fight. She kept saying that, but Mariah, y'all literally pushed Mariah into her to fight her. What y'all want her
Literally.
to do? Sit there and get hit?
Mm-hmm. I agree. And then Smiley ended up giving Mariah the pendant back. Mariah claims that she hid the chain, talking about Smiley had hid the chain and hasn't been wearing it around because if she did, she would have been got the chain back. And it's like, stop lying, because you knew that girl had the chain the whole time. Like, you didn't get the chain back until they literally forced you to get it back. But like what you're saying, Sapphire was saying that she wants to fight her because she feels disrespected. Sapphire was saying what you just said about the Mariah situation. So they all just getting sick of Smiley not standing on business when it comes to her saying what she's saying online, and then when they in her face, she don't want to do nothing. Camila then takes her bag. I don't know if you saw that, but she took her
I saw
bag
that.
and put it on the thing so she could fight. So Scotty's sitting there talking about how Smiley don't want to fight, but be online talking shit, and I'm like, that's literally you. You the same part. That's what you was doing last season. Razor wanted to fight you, and you didn't want to fight, but you want to start swinging behind security. Like,
Yeah,
and there was a clip that was online, and the clip that they showed
bro,
online
you're a razor lover.
was tagging it. She was tagging that ass. But like I
You and
said,
your
and I
boo.
still stand on that. I stand on that. They tried to strategically edit that fight to make it look like Scotty was washing Razor, and she wasn't. Like
They
Natalie
said that.
probably was
They
in
said
that
that with the
editing
T
room.
fight too. They said that with the T versus Scotty fight. They said T was watching her. They said they want to see the other angle, but I don't know.
And that's what I said. That's what I tried to tell you that episode. I was like, they purposely show angles of people that they like and try to hide the angles of the people that they don't like. But Smiley's saying that she's not trying to fight, and this is what pissed me off. I'm not trying to fight because I want to build relationship with these girls. I'm like, why do you want to build a relationship with these girls that don't like you? Like, what is, and that's where when Natalie started to say, because they was basically saying like, Sapphire, what did she say? Sapphire said, I want to fight you. If you don't want to fight, I understand. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to bully you. But if you don't want to fight, go home. And when they said that last week, I was like, who are you to say that? But essentially, at the end of the day, when you think about it, these girls don't like her. So every single time they see her, they're probably going to try and fight her. And if she doesn't want to fight, you either stay with them girls or do what T's doing and not be around these girls or go home, honestly. Because at the end of the day, if they hit you, they're going to be wrong for it, but you're going to be getting hit knowing that they're going to hit you and you know that you don't want to fight back. So you're putting yourself in a situation that you're going to get hurt eventually. Because
Yeah,
who
and
said they ain't going to beat the shit out of
you're
you?
not around sane people at all. Like these are not sane normal people.
No.
These are bitches who is on the show and thinking this is their job to sit here and fight. They trying to get their check, and it's
Yeah.
weird at the end of the day. But you need to protect yourself and not put yourself
Because
in these
security is not
predicaments.
going to do it. Zeus
Yes,
security is not going to do it. They want you to. They want you to fight, and they will be okay with these girls tagging up on you and bullying you. So I'm like, at this point, they got a point. I hate saying that, but they have a point. At this point, you either fight, get your rocks off, or go home because they're gonna try and fight you. Because, like you said, they ain't rap too tight. But Natalie's saying square up or go home. They pumping her up. Everybody got mad too. That's the thing. Everybody was like, "Go fight, fight, fight." Everybody was pumping her up to fight. I'm like, at this point, she said she don't want to fight. Go home. At this point, but Sapphire ends up running up on her and swings, and they did nothing else. She did that one swing, and they both got locked up like this. So we'll see if they go another round. But next
like
week, Sapphire would
Sapphire don't look like she could fight.
honestly, that wasn't impressive. But we'll see.
I thought she was about to do her big one.
Me too. I thought she's about to.
Impressive.
Yeah. But next week, Sapphire's still trying to get at Smiley. Biggie versus Rolly happens again. We get Anna versus Scotty again. I can't wait to see that because like Anna was getting Scotty all hot and bothered again, which I love seeing Anna. That's when Anna's at her best when she is getting under Scotty's skin. But
That
then
just
we
could
get
Anna
I
at her
can't
best
stand.
whenever, so not too much on
And
her.
when she's singing too.
Yeah, not too much.
I just don't want Anna to keep playing. She trying to ride the fence, and I don't like that. Like, you know good and damn well them girls is not somebody
But
that you
I
need to
feel
be
like
trying to be friends
also
with either.
also you gotta like you got to understand our point of view. It's like we're watching Big Brother. Like we are getting to see the confessionals and everything going on. They only get to see one side of things. So Natalie is very good at perpetuating like this motherly or like friendly type of energy like in your face and stuff. But it's not until you
Yeah.
get to see the behind the scenes of a lot of shit going on that you realize, hold on, bitch, y'all trying to motherfucker play me. Something trying to go on. So like sometimes the girls got to put two and two together. But Scotty had time to multiply and add, divide and subtract, and this bitch is still not mathing the math. So at that point, that's why I let go of Scotty. But Anna, I'm gonna give her into the reunion to get it together. But that's still my sister.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But then we get Biggie versus Scarface. Like, Scarface, why are you trying to fight Biggie? You trying to have a
No, but
moment.
okay. With that fight, you saw that her and Rolly were going at it, and then
Scarface.
Et got into it and was like, let it go and push Biggie and telling her to shut up. Like, why
Yeah.
you're literally being a lapdog for Rolly. Like, her and Rolly got
Literally.
an issue. What is your issue? And what's irritating me is I hope that in this moment somebody is like, ET, you need to fucking chill. It's the thing between
They
Rolly and Biggie. And if that doesn't happen, it's going to piss me off because like
not. It's
at
gonna
this
be
point, it
fun.
seems like that whole house is sticking together while the other house is kind of like just
Just
vibing
not
with each
doing
other
nothing.
because they have
Yeah.
friends in the other house or whatever. It's just weird to me. I don't know. Very weird.
That's exactly what's gonna happen too. You're gonna be pissed. But
I don't know.
Smiley, and then Smiley versus Mariah's sister, and it looked like Smiley was getting Mariah's sister from what they showed.
I'm tired of her and Mariah.
Me too. Me too. But that was it. We'll be back next week. Thumbs up the video. Drop your comments down below. Subscribe, please do that. Subscribe. Share the
Fuck this
video, and we'll see
episode.
y'all. We'll see y'all next week. If you watch my lives, do that. I'll be there tomorrow,
If you
7 o'clock.
you be doing lives.
Yeah, because people be wanting to ask questions.
Oh, and you don't invite me to the live?
No, because they want to ask questions.
Oh, so
And I'll
you
be
don't
doing it
think
at 7 o'clock.
you
7 o'clock on the dot.
don't think I could be asking the questions? I mean,
You don't
answering
even
the
get in the
questions.
you don't even get in the comments. So how you gonna answer the questions?
I do be getting in the comments. I be
No, you
looking at the
don't.
comments.
No,
I
you
do
don't.
be looking
You
at.
don't be answering the comments.
I don't need to answer them, bitch. I answer it in the fucking video if they pay
You don't
attention.
be answering the comments. You don't be answering the comments. Jump in the comments and then we'll see.
Oh, you're so annoying. You so annoying. You're so annoying. It's okay. It's okay, bitch. I won't be back next week. Take me off of
Yes, you
payroll.
are.
Take me off of
Nope.
payroll. Take me off of payroll. Take me off of
Peace.
payroll. Bye.
Peace.